Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of FoolCraft, and we're not starting the episode with any skits or shenanigans, funny business, anything like that. I do have a different hat on. It's a turtle in the hat that's on my head. We're starting off by talking. Got things to talk about, okay? But I want to let you know what the plan is for the episode past the things that we're going to be talking about, okay? We made these signs with a list of things that we need to get. Seeds. We need to craft out of these materials to get everything out of mystical agriculture going. And do you know what I want to say at the end of this episode? That we have everything in mystical agriculture farmed. That is our aim. If we get there or not, I'm not 100% sure. I will do my very best. But first we're going to talk about a couple of things. So our applied energistics system that we built in the last episode, I'm ever so happy with this. I think it's fantastic the way that it turned out. But I got a few comments from people telling me I was using the mod wrong. And you know what? I don't think you can use it wrong if it ends up doing exactly what you want it to. Now, a thing about me that some of you know is that I have learning difficulties, and I'm guessing some of you have even forgotten, or you don't know, but basically I don't learn by watching videos. And I actually spent the time to watch a handful of tutorials on Applied Energistics 2, and I pretty much learnt nothing and went back to doing it this way. Now, I actually recorded a bunch of stuff, and I can't remember if I deleted it from the episode or not, but basically we made like CPU crafting, and then we created these ME interfaces going into molecular assemblers, and this is the stuff that the tutorials were telling me to do. However, I could never get this stuff to work. I also did not understand this interface here at all. So inside of this pattern terminal, we create a pattern, and then I'm really sure I showed this actually, this interface part right here. But anyway, you put these patterns inside of this machine, and it means that this molecular assembler is now capable of crafting 9 different items, something along those lines. Then from here, you can go in and you can tell it to craft, except I couldn't get that far with it. It didn't seem to work for me, and that's why I went back to doing things this way. Now, I'd also like to point out that this system means that you can go to an interface and you can say, I would like this item, please craft it, and it will craft all the bits it needs and put it there for you. What we're creating is a system where you don't even need to tell it to craft. It'll automatically make this stuff for you. As evidence of, if we go into here and we actually look up Applied Energistics, we can see the parts from this system are already in there. And that is a very large amount of those ones, and those ones there as well, which suggests that perhaps there is something wrong somewhere along here. Okay, this thing is turned off. What are you making? It might have drained some of my resources. So silicon is there, that's fine. Gold, it's this one here, okay? Why have you made so many of them? That is set to 64, clearly. And then this one's diamond, right? And that is also set to 64. Yet somehow that has failed. And we have a stupid amount of them in here. Oh, I don't know. Maybe this is why everyone's telling me I'm doing it wrong. I mean, this should work, but it appears Applied Energistics isn't reliable. Now, this thing holding a stack is how it should look, and the importer should only activate when there's less than 64 in the system. We've seen that that hasn't worked. It's the same setup over on this side. However, this one is actually holding nothing in there. It's kind of mysterious. It might mean we need to reevaluate this. I'm going to ask Scouter, who is the server admin, as many of you were asking in the last episode. I'm going to ask him about this and see if he knows what's going on over here. Also, have you noticed the pigmen hanging out in the background? They've got wings and a halo on top. That's because it's Halloween today when I'm recording this episode. And one of them I thought had 2 swords. Let's attack. Okay, that was 1 hit kill. Let's punch and aggravate. Oh. Ooh, what was that? Come on. I think I'm going to have to break the portal. And it's obsidian, which is slow. There we go. Right, now let's punch and aggravate. And now they're coming for me. And they're going to do that animation again. Yeah, there. Oh, look, little zombies going to heaven. Or hell, I'm not sure actually. Looked like they were going above. I'd also like to answer a really great question that I got from quite a few people saying, why are you automating the creation of sand here when you got all the essence from the mystical agriculture farm to make it with? That is a great question, and I was actually going to save this for another day, but I'll explain it now. What we're doing is we're taking the essences that are only craftable into one thing and we're automating them, right? But the things that are going to be crafted into multiple things will require an advanced system to balance taking all of that essence and crafting it into several different things at once. Sand is one of those things. Dirt and fire both have multiple uses, and together they can be crafted to make sand. So I was going to sit down and go through all the recipes and create a clever system to create all of them at the same time, basically equally, so you wouldn't just make all of one and some of the other ones get neglected, right? The idea was to automate everything that could be automated. Because that would be so advanced, I decided to do it this way for now. So before we start our adventures this episode, one more thing to let you know is that Evil X has returned to Hermitcraft, and if you didn't see it in your subfeed, episode 666 of Hermitcraft has been published. Now, if you're a modded only person, I still recommend that you go and check it out. It's not no regular episode of vanilla Minecraft at all. Crazy stuff going on in that one. It's a little cinematic piece that I do every now and then, a special episode with Mr. Evil Azuma. So, highly recommend you go and check it out. There'll probably be a link on the screen and in the description box and all of that stuff. And now that that's out of the way, let's crack on with this episode. So in FoolCraft there is this really cool thing, the sign toolbox, which you can use to edit signs, and we get to cross Blitz off the list because we've got that one sorted out. We're farming the essence. We need to go and get 2 rabbit chunks in order to get that. The Blizz and the Bazzals, we'll come back to that later on. In fact, all of that stuff will come back later on. So, this one right here, it turns out that rock crystal is just an ore that you find in the world. I think I've seen it before. The same thing goes for zinc, and it turns out that when you've got some zinc, you can craft it with copper to make the brass. So we're going to go doing some digging underground looking for those 2 materials. There'll be another material that we're going to look for as well, as the peridots, the amber, the topaz, the malachite, and the tanzanite. I've done some research, found a fantastic wiki on Biomes Aplenty, which is the mod that has given us this lovely, lovely base here. And it turns out there are actually lists for which biomes these materials will spawn in. And I believe it is the peridot which actually spawns in this one right here. We're already in the correct biome. It is the mystical groove. And it turns out that it's more than just one. There's like collections of biomes like forests and swamps, and we'll talk about that more as we go looking for these things. But if we go straight down here, we're now in the mystical grove biome, and we might actually be able to find one of those ores that I've just mentioned around here, and that kind of looks like zinc, but it's not. It's titanium. Anyway, I've got to get my pick on here, got to do some vein mining, exposing these ores, and hopefully we'll find the ones we're looking for. Well then, that's quite a bit of digging, right? And I'll probably level up my pick at some point. I found another one of these things over here, and I have not found the ores we're looking for. Over here, though, we got sapphire ore, which we've already got, and that's because this is where the ocean biome is. Now, I was just speaking to Scouter and the mods about trying to find the topaz gem, I believe is what we're looking for, or topaz ore, and it's listed as being in the Mystic Grove, Cherry Blossom Groves, Sacred... Hi! You just spawned out of nowhere. Sacred Springs and a few other biomes like that, and yet they recommended trying a mesa. So we're going to go to something that's not listed on the official wiki of this mod and see if it's actually over there. It would be kind of funny if it was, right? I also didn't find zinc as well. Still haven't figured out where zinc spawns. I'm doing some research on that as well. So we're going to fly over to where it says Blitz, because that is a mesa biome, and I got something to introduce to you right now. That is this cloud pet right here, fast flight. We've already got flight, so I've been ignoring this, but I've had a ton of people telling me I should still use this, okay? How do I... Oh, I think I just did a lightning strike. Let's hope we didn't set anything on fire. So I should, in theory, be flying faster now. It feels pretty zippy, but we need to do a comparison here. So let's chuck that back. You saw we stopped flying. I guess that's now deactivated. I'm being attacked! Quick! Get the angel ring going. That is definitely slower, isn't it? Okay, I want to do another comparison. So we're going at a reasonable speed. Chuck that thing down there. Oh, wow, that is zippy. Okay, so we can make use of this pet to fly around the world faster. That is fantastic. Thank you to everyone who left me that tip. Appreciate it. So on my way over there, I've been distracted. Is that a Hermitron? No, it's been raided already. This is a moor biome, and apparently the malachite can be found here. So what we're going to do is dig down. We're going to avoid those nasties on the surface. Do a little bit of digging underground here. Oi, you've jumped in my hole. That was a bad idea, because now you're dead. Yeah, we're gonna dig around this area and see if we can't find some malachite ore. So guess what? I didn't find anything. Did I, Mr. Creeper? And then I went over to the mesa. Didn't find anything over there. And now we're in a grove biome and I haven't found anything down here. This one is supposed to contain amber. And there is nothing here. And I've spoken to the admins. And what is that? That looks like a creeper that'll make a big explosion. Now, we're not near anyone's base. You also... Oh, it says when we get close enough. You are a true creeper. I want to see it explode. What about you guys? Go on then. Don't kill me though. I've got my obsidian armor on. Do you want a hug? Wait, what? Does it explode over and over? Now, oh, you killed it. You killed it. It was a true creeper. It could explode and explode again. It would never die. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's what it was. There's a regular creeper. I'm going to keep my eye out for more of those. It's Halloween, so there's going to be crazy mobs going on. What's up with you? Did you have a bad time? I'm going to continue exploring as well. I want to visit all of the different biomes that we need to get these different ores. So at least I can confirm they're not spawning, you know. I found another one, but I'm a little bit worried because there's these other creatures around that are going to kill it. So let's experiment. Come on, blow up. Okay, now you're going to anger the others. And that creeper's probably going to go after you. Come on, blow up again. I think... No, you're still alive. Amazing. Keep blowing up. I like this. It's like a whole new game. Yes. Let's go mining with our new friend who's got half a heart and doesn't do damage to itself. That's so cool. Oh my goodness me. That's awesome. We should totally take one of these home with us. Do I have a soul vial? I should be prepared. Yep. I'm going to look for another one though because this one's got low health. And now there is darkness, which means... Aha! You are the Blitz. Oh, we've actually already... got your chunks. See, I've got my solium dagger ready as well. Well, let's keep exploring. You, my friend, are mine. I've never seen you No! Oh, you are mine. Okay, I thought that wasn't going to work for a second. Never seen them spawn before. Maybe they're a Halloween exclusive. And while we're recording, let's open a chance cube on Halloween. Did it drop something into the water? I think that one was a dud. Check it out. It's the alpha biome again. I love this one. It'd be really nice to see this across a large distance. This thing isn't terribly big though. Oh, you can see we're getting rubber banded because I'm in new territory now, exploring new parts of the FoolCraft world. And this biome back here, by the way, it might look familiar. That's because where our first mini starter base was. And this one is known as the grassland biome. And of course we did a whole bunch of digging under that and we never found any peridot at all. So I'm starting to suspect that the only two that you can actually find are sapphire and ruby. I've just had a eureka moment. Do you remember these two pillars of ores from the last episode? Well, the only ones we could find here were ruby and sapphire, yet these are creating ores from all over the world, which may mean we find zinc. And there it is, we've got zinc now. Awesome. I'm going to mine some more of that. That one's silver. But yes, there were only two types from Biomes of Plenty here, so this in a way showed us that there was a problem. And Scouter is online now. He is the server admin, and he's going to go and fix the pack so that it will actually generate the ores, which means we can go exploring. If we go into new territory, we'll be able to find those ores. So we've tried to fix the configs and unfortunately it hasn't worked. I've visited all of the biomes listed under each of these and even the ones in the configs as well. And only Tanzanite is actually one that I found out in a taiga. The rest of these though, Scouter has been kind enough to reward me for my time, as obviously there is a bug here, which means that all of those ones are done. I have also done zinc and brass. I found the zinc and then we used that with copper to craft the brass. So we're really running down all of these ones here. There's only a few more to go now. Alright, it's time to do some Blizz hunting, and I've been told that these will spawn in cold biomes. This might actually not be the right type of biome, but I've seen lots of interesting looking baddies spawn over here, and what we have to do is remove the snow. Apparently the snow layers will cause some problems, so I've been vein mining all of that. Also, as evidence of in my inventory and that one block that I left behind in the sky, there was a slime island up there, so my thinking is that... Wait a second, what just spawned there? Hello. If I'm up here in the sky, then it will help things spawn down here. You are not a Blizz. You are not a Blizz. We've got to think about the render distance, right? Like, we can't see the mobs that are there, If I go to about here, we can start to see them. But no blizzards yet. I've got a feeling this might actually be the wrong biome. It's covered in snow, and it is a snowy forest, but it kind of looks a bit more like a deserty biome, doesn't it? Anyway, going to move around a little bit and hope we get a blizz spawning over here. Aha! Here is a very good location to find them. No snow to remove and prep. And did we get one? Oh, look at this. Oh no. Oh no. I need those things. Hi. Is that all it dropped? Oh well. Okay. So if they spawn here, we can go up high in the sky, and then basically everything down here is pretty much going to be like a mob spawner, because 128 blocks away, they're going to despawn. So we should see them spawning quite frequently. And, oh, that type is here as well. Oh, we've cracked it. Look, side by side. Hi. You're the ones that we need to kill. We need to collect your drops, and the inventory's full. Oh, this is a little bit tricky. By the way, I'm wearing emerald armor, so we should get more drops from them, which means a better chance of getting the soul chunks, which is what we're looking for here. This is great. I've just killed one. I've found another one. There's one to the left. So if you peeps are doing this as well, you now know which biome to go to. This is the Crag Rock biome. And I'm really showing up my PvP skills here, aren't I? There we go. Finally, you've died. Next up are the rabbits, and if this place looks familiar to you, then you've been watching the other fools, of course. This is the SRS base, Stress, Ren, and Scar, and I asked Stress if she had a rabbit farm. Some of you told me that she did. After, ages searching and not being able to see any rabbits spawning, I come over here and find that there is a farm. Now I need to turn this thing on. I don't know if it's automated, I don't know what I'm doing here, but I'm guessing if I stand down the bottom here, hello, there's a couple of rabbits already hanging out, and I think the farm killed it that time. But I got a rabbit hide, and I guess I can probably use those to make the chunks. Right, and there's loads of those up there, actually, and I guess Stress probably wouldn't mind if I took a few. There we go, except they're locked. Are they locked? They've been locked, I can't access them. This thing is on, but it's very slow, and I can't interact with anything because I think the chunks are protected by the team. So anyway, stood around here for long enough and managed to get 2 rabbit chunks, which is fantastic. Didn't have my emerald armor on either. That means we can get out of here and we can go craft those into seeds. Well then, that is these ones here done, right? Oh, I can't believe this. We're down to 3 things left that we need. Terra Steel, which I think is the one we're probably not going to be able to get from it because it's from Britannia. And Star Metal and Rock Crystal are part of the same mod, which is called Astral Sorcery. So I'm going to go and grab something that might be able to help us find this stuff. It's been a real slug to find this. This wand right here is supposed to highlight where in the world this crystal ore can be found, and it hasn't done that even for this one right here. Now I've been holding on to it at night time, and I could tell you more about that in a future episode because I'm thinking about doing an episode on the Astral Sorcery and maybe trying to get into that mod. But this is the item that we need, and we need 4 of them in total. We've got 2 so far, so we'll keep looking, and hopefully we'll be able to craft those seeds. I've found something else that's super rare, the Escalium ore. And if we use the luck on this, which I now realise I could have used on the rock crystal, boy oh boy, this might have been over already. We should get a bunch more Escalium essence. Look at that, we got 24 bits. I'm sick of digging, I need a break. I've been at it for hours. Everything we've done so far was supposed to take about 1 to 2 hours, and then we were going to crack on and do a load of other stuff. Well, it's 6 hours in. I've been digging like a madman, and I'm getting tired of it, so I decided that we would take a break, head over here to Beef's Barn, and actually solve one of the ones I didn't think we'd be able to do this episode, which is Terra Steel. It eventually hit me that, of course, there is another mod that'll help us get that, and it is the chicken drops over here. So a Terra Steel chicken will lay Terra Steel. That's fantastic. To get that, though, we need the Ender Pearl chicken and the Prismarine Crystal chicken. Now, I thought I picked both of those out. There's the Ender Pearl, and this one's actually Prismarine Shard. Now, I have had a look through all of Beef's different chickens right here, and there isn't a Terra Steel one, so we're going to have to breed a couple up, although it looks like we might need to go back a little bit further, because in order to get that one we require emerald and water, and I saw emerald in here somewhere. There it is. I'm not sure if I saw water, so we might have some breeding to do. And Beef took all of his chickens out of here, by the way, because he was working on his sorting system. I panicked a little bit when I first came over here. I thought, oh no, we've updated the pack and something's gone horribly wrong, but it's okay. All of Beef's chickens are down the end here. So the chickens are coming along, and Scouter has been on here helping me. He's helping me a lot today with all these problems I've had. Turns out that this stuff only spawns in vanilla biomes, right? So I've been looking in the wrong places. That one that we found, I believe, was in a taiga biome. So if we go all the way down, have I just been withered? That's a strange thing to be right about now. There's also lava here. That lava might be above my head. So let's get out of here. And bam! There we go, we found some. Now, what does it look like when you're actually down here? It is nighttime. That is something bad that's coming down there. And I'm going to get rid of it. I've got a feeling that's what withered me. Hi, and I've taken my cloud out of my inventory now. That was bad. Yeah, so when you're down below, it doesn't look like you can see the particle effects, right? And I believe there was another one nearby in this area. So if I dig around a little bit, I might find some more. But that's how you find this stuff. Oh, and clogging up that hole has been undone. So here I can see 3 lots of particle effects. 1, 2, and 3. And a 4th one there, and maybe a 5th one. So they're all congregating in the same area. I've got a feeling when we get down to the bottom of the world, though, that there's actually only going to be 1, as they seem to be spread out. Well, there's more of that wither water, but down the bottom here there was only 1. And this stuff won't get destroyed by the wither water, which is kind of cool, but my inventory is also full of cobblestone. Because oh no, now the lava's going to destroy it. Okay. Okay, yep, that's really bad. Oh, what have I done? Well, there it is, my friends. All but one thing has been farmed from this mod. And we're probably going to do that in the next episode, as Astral Sorcery looks interesting. It is a magic mod. I've always sort of been put off by magic in Minecraft, but I think I want to give it a try. And as you can see over here, we got the Terrasteel chicken laying some eggs and some Terrasteel for us. Took us a while to do this, but it's absolutely fine. And we can also drop this off as a present for Beef, who's now got a Terrasteel chicken, as well as a couple of others. And I do hope you have enjoyed this episode. I need to go now because episode 666 just went live today, and I want to go read all of your comments. So make sure that you go and watch that, alright? You'll enjoy it. It's wonderful. But that's going to be it from me this episode. If you've enjoyed it, leave a like. Thank you as always for watching. And I'll see you in the next episode of FoolCraft. Ciao for now. Bye-bye.